Faithfully speaking, I speaking love, speaking hope, speaking peace, faithfully speaking. Come on, stick it into your day. Come on, put a smile on your face. Hold your head up high, it's already okay.
Yes. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Faithfully Speaking, the podcast with me, your sister, Melissa, Wade in the water, fresh from off the air. I'm glad y'all decided to come on over and log on to YouTube and our Facebook stream live. We are here for Faithfully Speaking, where we take the topics of conversation, concerns, issues, and we share them in a good, positive, and uplifting way. This is where we faithfully speak life into every situation that we talk about. Yes. Welcome back. I'm so glad to have it back today. We are talking about our seniors today and those who take care of them. I like to call today's show Strengthening Our Seniors. Now, it's a blessing, y'all, to get older. You know, the alternative is, you know what I'm talking about. Well, the thing about it is when we get older, it comes with many different things. A decline mainly in health-wise, energy, the ability to form muscles. Our bones get, are not as strong as they were. We have aches and pains. I don't know about y'all, but every morning it's like, oh, where did that come from? And just recently I had back pain. And so I was talking to my doctor and I was like, what do I need to do? Where is this coming from? And she says, well, you know what? You need to do some strength training with your back, some PT, some physical therapy, a little self-physical therapy, so to speak, to strengthen those muscles because you're getting older. And so, when I met this young man and he told me what he did and his passion behind the entire story, I was like, I need to have you on. I need to have you on, not just talking to me, but talking to more of my seniors, my friends that listen to us every day. So not only do we need to eat right, eat better, exercise, strength training, all those things, this young man is the CEO of See It Through Fitness. It's a fitness and health and wellness coach. He specializes in seniors and inclusive and adaptive fitness. We're going to find out exactly what that means coming up right now in just a few minutes. So y'all, please welcome to the podcast of Faithfully Speaking, Mr. William Jennette Jr. I like to call him William Jr. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me today. How are you?
I am wonderful. Thank you for being with us today for Faithfully Speaking, because I tell you, you're going to speak some faith, some wonderful things into some stuff that we need to know as we grow older. Like I said, it's a blessing to do so, but it doesn't come without those aches and pains along the way. We can't turn back the hands of time, but I hear that you've got some wonderful advice to help us to kind of situate with some of those things. Amen?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
So I wanted to just start off by saying, again, thank you for having me today.
You're welcome.
It's a blessing, of course. I definitely want to talk about how we can help strengthen our seniors. Well, I like to call them mature adults. So as I worked at Durham Parks and Recreation, I was in charge of their mature adult program and doing their fitness programs as well. So this is a passion of mine that's been for a very long time.
Well, wonderful. As I had that conversation with you, before you came on the show, I was like, you're someone I need to talk to, because you were just telling me how you kind of got into it and the passion that you have specifically, for, as you call them, us mature adults and those with specific special, I won't say special needs. Well, you know what? We're going to start right here, because I read your bio and it said that you also do inclusive and adaptive fitness. So before we go any further, can you give us more information on exactly what that means?
So adaptive fitness is the technical term for individuals with special needs. It's working with people with disabilities, special needs such as autism. So I work with people who are quadriplegic, individuals with Parkinson's syndrome or Parkinson's disease. And then I also have a class of children with autism. So in a book terminology, adaptive fitness is adaptive and inclusive fitness is working with the special need population.
Good. Okay. Well, we have some questions when it comes around to that.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, as we go through life, as we get older, we know statistics stay, or at least, it's written that once we get to the age of 30, we've pretty much gotten to where, as far as our muscle and different things like that, our body, in other words, tends to decline after the age of 30. We've
Right.
learned as much as we possibly can. And well, all those other things, we kind of hold on to, we try to hold on to them. In other words, we have to do some extra stuff to hold on to the body maintenance that we had before the age of 30. So, with that said, why? And I probably just defined it. Would you say exercise and, I guess, strength training? Why is it so important for us as we get older?
So as you stated, as we get older, um, with age, our body naturally loses muscle.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, strength training helps maintain and improve our muscle mass and our daily function and how we function daily. So changing can also help with your balance. It helps reducing falling. So what I usually have my clients do is a simple just stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up. Because if you do that about 10 times, you might get a little tired. So
Oh, definitely.
those are certain things that I like to focus on. It's actually called functional fitness.
Okay.
Functional fitness, in a technical term, is being able to do daily activities without any type of strain. So those are the 10 things that I encourage the mature adults to do, as far as in strength training. Because again, as we age, our muscles start to decrease, our
Yes.
fatigue starts to decrease, our balance starts to decrease. So there's a lot of things that with age, a lot of things start to decrease. But with strength training, it helps um,
So
prevent.
would you say that strength training kind of can help us out with our energy as well? Because you mentioned it. Energy
Yes,
just kind of says, woo.
yes. So strength training can also help with mental health.
Ah, yeah.
Yes, so it helps by it can improve your mood. Like a lot of mature adults like to start their morning off with a strength training class, and it helps
Mm.
improve their day. And it also helps decrease actually symptoms of depression. So even when you get older, sometimes your mind can't do what your body wants to do, or your body can't do what your mind wants to do, I should say.
Right. Right.
So
Yes.
therefore, if you were an athlete at your younger days and then you get mature, you're not going to be able to run those miles like you used to. So sometimes you still have that athletic or competitive mindset, but your body won't let you do the same thing. So therefore, you could go into a funk. But strength
Yeah.
training, you might not be able to lift 100 pounds, but you might be able to lift 65. So certain things like that. Um, it also delays onset of dementia.
Mm,
So it's a
that's good.
lot
Yeah.
of things mentally that strength training can help you with.
Fantastic. So to mention that, you said a class. On average, how much time should we dedicate to these things? Because I know a lot of people are like, well, just bottom line. Okay, I'm gonna be transparent. We lazy. We'll, like how much time is it gonna take us to really make this, to work? We're doing strength training, but of course there's a certain amount of time that we need to commit to it in order for it to actually show up.
So I encourage at least 3 days a week for at least 30 minutes. 30 minutes of your time. 20 to 30
Not
minutes.
bad.
And that can include just going for a walk. Just going for a walk or something like that.
Mhm.
But I encourage classes, strength training classes. Maybe go to the gym. You can always come to See It Through Fitness um, for a class. 30 minutes, 30, 45 minutes of functional fitness and strength training fitness. So that's why I encourage at least 30 minutes a day for maybe three to four times a week.
Sounds good. Now we're talking strength. We're muscle building and things like that. But also sometimes I wake up in the morning and that flexibility is like, woo! I'm like, is there anything you can give us for flexibility and maybe mobility as we get older? Some things that we can do.
So for flexibility, I would say a lot of stretching.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing that take into consideration is water intake. So flexibility helps with your bones and your muscles and the elasticity of your bone.
I have a difficult time saying that word too.
Yes. So the water intake on how much water you're drinking. Even so, I have an aunt, and she's supposed to stretch every day. So certain things that I'll do with her, like resistance bands. So I'll have her do like resistance bands training, type of stretching. Right here, just move your joints. Another thing is to increase your core strength. So stretching can help increase your core strength. Maybe sit down and even just lean forward to increase your core strength. So that helps with your flexibility, helps with your core strength. As I was saying, maybe sitting down, standing up can help with your balance and mobility. When I was working at Durham Parks and Rec, we used to have a chair class. So I would have them stand behind the chair and just stretch their legs, maybe to the side. So that helps your core, that helps your balance, that helps your flexibility, that helps your mobility, and things like that.
Now let's back up to that water intake thing, which is, we know, very important, but very few people like water. We're just going to be honest. I like water, but I know a lot of people are not like, they'd rather drink something sugary. And we know that's not good, especially the older we get. That water intake, how important is that? And approximately how much water should we drink as we get older? Do we need more or less?
I would encourage more. Right now, I'm in a bodybuilding prep, so I have to drink at least 2 gallons of water. But I don't
We will not be
suggest
drinking
that.
2 gallons.
No, I don't suggest that, but I will say at least maybe 4 bottles of water. 4 bottles of water a day. Yeah.
On average.
On average.
And you said that actually helps out with us getting in shape and different things like that. That water intake helps out with our flexibility and stuff like that.
It helps with your blood flow. It helps get your blood flowing. Yep.
All right. Sounds good.
I will also suggest less sweet tea, less sugary drinks.
Ouch. Okay.
Less sugary drinks. Just being more conscious of what we put in our body.
Absolutely. Now we're going to go back to this inclusive and adaptive fitness, because we know we may have some people that are looking and listening right now who have special conditions. Can you explain, maybe some of the instructions or workouts or modifications that you have when it comes to certain chronic diseases that we can incorporate in our daily lives and our daily exercise as well?
All right. So when I train my youth with autism, I make sure that it's fun, certain fun games with them. So let's say we play basketball. I might have them go on a trail run. I also do small weights, light weights, and everything like that. And also with my clients who are quadriplegic, since they aren't able to do extra.
Did we just lose William Jr.? I think his connection just knocked off. Okay, so we're just going to kind of go over some of the things that he says and see if he can dial us back in and we can get him back in here. If you're just now joining us, it's Faithfully Speaking. We are doing a special edition today where we are talking about strengthening our seniors. William Jr., who somehow just got logged off for a second there, is a specialist. He is a physical therapist. Well, actually, he's a trainer. He's not a physical therapist, but he is a trainer, and he specifically trains for those older adults and of course those who have special needs. So that's where we were right there, is talking about some of the things that he does with paraplegics, those who maybe suffering from arthritis and different things like that. So hopefully once he comes back on, we can continue to go there and get some more information from him. Right there, you see it through fitness. That's his website. So if you want more answers to some of the questions that I'm asking him, or you have other questions, he's back on with us right now. William Jr., I was just kind of going over some of the things you had already talked about. And we were talking, I think, about you addressing modifications for those with maybe, chronic illnesses or conditions that you kind of use right now.
So I use resistance bands training for individuals who aren't able to use weights. And it's called a functional trainer. So therefore, they are able to use bands for full range of motion activities. So it's certain things that you can use instead of like weights to help with the adaptive fitness training.
Sounds good. So how do you address, and I know pretty much some of the exercises that you've explained to us thus far have us kind of sitting down and different things like that, how do you address the possibility of risk or injury? Because, we are talking about the seniors that are older, and sometimes that's that's a major concern in that, because the bones are, more frail and we are getting to that point. How do you address that?
So that goes back to the water intake.
Mm-hmm.
It goes into the nutrition phase. So nutrition is very key on everybody. So as we get older, as I was saying before, our muscles start to break down. So therefore, we need to put more protein into our body.
Mm-hmm.
Meats, maybe if some people don't like meat, maybe lentils, beans, things like that. Things that help. Those are called building blocks for our protein building blocks. So therefore, it keeps our muscles strong. I will also say the water, the proper nutrition, these help with our bones, our muscles, our mental, which can also help with uh, working on independence. So therefore, with all these aligned and including strength training, it helps and allows our seniors to perform daily activities with ease.
Gotcha. Now you mentioned nutrition. How, or shall I say, protein drinks, smoothies, things like that. Are those good things that, seniors can possibly look into as far as maybe taking the place of a meal, but much healthier?
So for our seniors, I would say yes. There are drinks like Ensure, Premier, those like that will get you your proper protein intake. Yes, ma'am.
All right, sounds good. So we've come towards the end. Is there anything that you would like to add? I know this is something that you do every day. You have a new facility that you're making sure that, the seniors are feeling comfortable. Lanisa says, yes, yes. So this is great information for everyone who is watching right now. Share this with someone that you know. And this is not just for the seniors. This is for caretakers as well, because we have a lot of people that are out there who are maybe taking care of their mom and dad as they get older, and they're wondering, what are some of the best things to do? So as we wrap up, William Jr., can you just tell us maybe the top exercises, go-to exercises? If we're listening right now as a senior, what are some of the things that we need to make sure that we get out and do every day?
So the number of hours is going for a walk. Just going for a walk, maybe a 10, 20-minute walk. Again, as I was saying before, stand up, sit down. Stand up, sit down. Do at least 5. Take a 1-minute break, do 6. Take a 1-minute break, do 7. Just to where it's so this also helps with our cardiovascular health, which supports good heart health. It improves the circulation. It lowers blood pressure, and also can help reduce bad cholesterol. Again, light weight training. Again, I'm not saying go in there and try to lift the gym. Just do some light weights for at least 20 to 30 minutes. If you would like, maybe do the bike or the elliptical. Depends on how advanced you are in your fitness life.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, there's also some fitness apps that you can download. Maybe
That's going to be my next question. Good. Okay.
there's some apps called My Fitness Pal. Another program that I'm actually planning on getting with is called the Silver Sneakers program.
Okay.
So they have an app called Silver Sneakers Go. There's also a app called Map My Walk, to where they can just track your walking. So my ultimate exercise for our mature adults is going for a walk.
Yeah. Nothing can beat that walking. Walking and no sweet tea. Got it.
Now
More water
we can have sweet tea, but let's make sure there's a balance.
in moderation. Okay.
Because
Okay.
as
Thank
we know, seniors they're going to do what they're going to do.
we like that sweet tea. You grew up on it. You're gonna drink that sweet tea, that lemonade with a little extra sugar. We understand, but everything in moderation.
Right.
Mostly water, though, is what you're saying, William Jr. Correct?
Yes, ma'am. That's what I would encourage. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, you know what? It's been a pleasure. You've given us so much great information, and of course, because I know that your vision. Tell us a little bit about See It Through Fitness and what you see it becoming, and what you do in it.
So ultimately, See It Through Fitness is a community to help individuals with disabilities, special needs, and mature adults. My ultimate goal is to actually have a camp for individuals with special needs and disabilities, to where they can enjoy life. I was actually a young child with chronic disease. I was actually about 2 months premature.
Mhm.
Had a lot of surgery that turned into tumors, so I actually had to have a lot of surgeries. And I was in a program called Make a Wish Foundation, and
Right.
Disney World, and I actually went to a camp called Camp Carefree. So this camp was a place where kids could be kids.
Mhm.
That's the vision to why I have in the future for See It Through Fitness, is actually having a camp for individuals with special needs and even mature adults. Sorry, I got a dog, and
That's
he's
okay. That explains it. Thank you for saying
yeah,
that.
I got a dog right now. He's trying to get in the way, uh, but yes, that's the vision for See It Through Fitness, is actually have a camp for individuals with special needs and even our mature adults, to where and just enjoy life.
Yeah.
Just enjoy as the quality of life.
That's what it's all about, William Jr. Enjoying life. And the way we do that is to take care of this temple that God has given us. And the only way we can do that is to make sure we get great information, wisdom from those who are there, who've been certified, such as yourself, and are there to help us out to be the healthy senior community that we can be. So again, there's the website, William Jr., as we are showing it. This is the best way to get in contact with you. Is there any other way for those who are watching right now who says, I need that brother's number?
We have the website. I do have Instagram. It is still See It Through Fitness. I do have a Facebook, which is See It Through Fitness. Everything is See It Through Fitness.
See it through. Well, we're going to see it through. My guest again, y'all, please help me welcome and thank you once again to William Jr. And just William Jennette Jr. is his whole name. That's your government name. But I met his dad and he said, I got to introduce you to my son. And so that's exactly how he has become my nephew. I love you. I am so proud of you. continue to do what you're doing from where you've come from, like you told your story, and now you're here with your vision, bringing it to fruition. You said, I'm going to start this, and I truly believe and speak it into the atmosphere that your vision for that camp is soon to come. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Thank you once again. And everyone, thank you for joining us for the podcast of Faithfully Speaking, as we speak life into our seniors and strengthen them in every way and every day. Thank you once again. Until next time, we'll join you right here for Faithfully Speaking. God bless you. We love you. Grace and peace.